You don't remember me, do you?
No.
When you hang a man, you better look at him.
Hang 'em High is a character-driven action thriller about a man filled with vengeance that later gets seduced by the justice side of the coin. It's certainly not Eastwood's best western, flavoured by harsh grit established in Sergio Leone's West. The film provides an entertaining revenge tale, a far stronger first half, somewhat derailed during a third act romance. The cast is fine, however, it's Eastwood who excels, introducing a new, darker western hero to Hollywood. Marshal Jed Cooper survives a hanging, vowing revenge on the lynch mob that left him dangling. To carry out his oath for vengeance, he returns to his former job as a lawman. Before long, he's caught up with the 9 men on his hit list and starts dispensing his own brand of justice. Similar in tale and tone to High Plains Drifter and Pale Rider, notable Eastwood classics that implied a notion of an avenging spirit rewriting past harmful wrongs. Director Ted Post strikes a chord within the audience early on. By showcasing a brutal, unjust hanging in the film's opening, we immediately want something done. In addition, the way the members of the lynch mob accomplish the hanging, stealing money, the saddle, and torture, becomes all the more satisfying once Cooper confronts his perpetrators. Post naturally assumes the audience demands justice, and cleverly strings together a plot that gradually leads to the damnation of these unjust men. The action sequences are well choreographed and easily draws the attention from the viewers, especially the way it glorifies and savours each and every moment. The differencing moral compass of the posse is an appropriate touch, as it shows that the mob mentality can even stain the hearts of decent men. The old man clearly regrets his actions, turning oneself in, whereas Reno callously forgets the face of the man he hanged. A parallel to the Oxbow incident could be suggested thematically, but certainly not in the level of narrative. Hang 'em High drifts from the routine revenge story, illustrating the flawed nature of its justice system, as sometimes wrongly accused men must die as a means to an end, in order to preserve the reputation of law in a mostly lawless time. Judge Fenton seamlessly captures the essence of this. The disdain forges over his character, a credit to Pat Hingle's performance. Perhaps his actions are a necessity in the morally grey Western world's perspective. Post emphasises the deterioration of morality during the infamous town hanging. It would seem the townspeople prefer the mere spectacle of the hanging, rather than the serving of justice. Perhaps Post in some capacity suggests that a guiltiness resides over every man involved, spectator or aggressor. Touching on Inger Stevens' character briefly, the initial setup of a vengeful widow chasing ghosts is quite intriguing. An early scene with Eastwood in a jailhouse adds to this mystery. The somewhat forced romance later on drags the narrative and burns its momentum. Stevens' performance despite this fits the tone of the film nicely.
Who do you want to hang?
We all have our ghosts, Marshal. You hunt your way. I hunt mine.
Hang 'em High is an entertaining revenge tale enhanced by Clint Eastwood's presence. Stevens and Hingle add tone to the cast. The moral of the story is vaguely against capital punishment, the flaws of the justice system, and the morally grey reality of the West.